Today's lesson, we're going to talk about understanding the psychology of prospecting. I want to teach you to think in concepts and themes instead of specific situations, right? If you're always wondering, what should I do if someone says this? What should I do if someone says that? Then once you learn to think of these concepts and themes, it would help you out a lot better. All right, so number one is put yourself in your prospect's shoes. Just put yourself in your prospect's shoes and learn. I think someone said, learn to think like a fish, right? Not a fisherman. Right? We're out there trying to fish and get prospects, or the hunter, right? Think of like the fish. In other words, think like the way you used to think before you got into network marketing. Okay, before you got into network marketing, how did you used to think? Okay, so and I'll give you examples where I see a lot of people do it wrong. It could be your invites, your messaging, communicating with people, or it definitely could be with social media. So for example, using the words, I'm working on an exciting business. I want you to take a look at it, right? Know that no one wants a business. Think about the way, again, the fish. Most people out there, they do not want a business. You're automatically shooting yourself in the foot. No one wants a business, right? In 2020, in the pandemic, no one wants a business. You read about people filing bankruptcies. You know, JCPenney filing bankruptcy. All these stores filing bankruptcies, big name stores, famous stores. You know, small business owners closing down. No one wants a business. They're immediately thinking that type of business. You talk about home business, they don't believe you. All they read on the media is businesses shutting down. Okay, no one wants a business. And even if someone, like I said, they want a business, they probably not want it now, right now. Right? Most people on the street, maybe 1 out of 20 is entrepreneur. Think like the fish. Not like the way you are. Think the way you used to be years ago before I got started in network marketing. Right? Think about myself. When I first got started, before I got started, I was working at a job. You asked me to have a business? No way. I'm like, I don't know about business. Right? It wasn't until I read Rich Dad Poor Dad to change my mind. But I wouldn't want a business. I was at a job. I just want to earn extra income. If you asked me, do you want to start a business? I was like, no way. Would you open a business opportunity? I was like, no way. I don't think I can do it. You wouldn't get my attention. But if you said, hey, would you want to learn an extra $500 to $1,000 a month without having get an extra degree? Oh, now you got me. I'll be looking at it, right? Think like your prospects. Think like the fish, how they are thinking, not how you think. Not how network marketers think. Sometimes we forget about how far we've grown, right? We weren't like that. You weren't like that before. So don't use the word business. Another thing is, don't bash your job. Saying your job will never, so I'm not saying your job sucks, but saying it's bad, but like, oh, your job will never help you retire securely. Or most people at a job, you know, will never have financial freedom. Don't belittle a job, because most people would love to have a job. Right? And actually, we're in the gig economy now. People want second and third jobs. They're willing to do Uber. They're willing to do Uber delivery, Uber Eats. They're willing to Airbnb. They're willing to do freelance work. They want more work. They want jobs. Don't belittle a job. You're automatically not connecting with those people. Right? Think like a fish. If you talk to most college kids, what do you want to do when you grow up? I want a job. I want a job. That's what people want. So make sure you're thinking like them, not like a network marketer, right? I'll give you another example. This was a question that someone asked me. If they just started doing a Facebook Live, right? They started doing a Facebook Live and they asked, people watched it, that this is the first Facebook Live they ever did. And they watched it. Should I immediately invite those people? Well, think about it. This is your first live, right? Those people who watched the video, are they helping you out? Definitely they're helping you out, right? First of all, when people, you see people on the phone, like they're watching my lives, you feel good about yourself, right? It gives you more confidence. Also pushes the algorithm. More people watching it, they're commenting on it, so it pushes it out. And you want to build some traction. So if this is your first time getting started, you don't want to just reach out to people and invite them. Right? I know you want to be direct and invited, but think about like the fish, right? If they just like, oh, you're doing a live, let me check it out. And they check it out, and immediately you invite them to look at your business. Do you think, let me ask you all, do you think they will go and watch another one of your lives? Okay, especially with a fish, right? A lot of fish, they have a negative perception about network marketing, right? Or of a misunderstanding. Do you think they go and watch another one of your live videos? right? Will they go there and watch it? First time? Probably not, right? If you want to build traction, thank them. Make them feel good, right? So they keep showing up in your lives and consuming your content. You want people to follow you, embrace them, make them feel good. Now, after 1, 2, 3 weeks, depending on how consistently you do, how consistent you are in your life, you do it every single day. Maybe a week later, the same person showing up, say, hey, I know you've been showing up. I'm working, this is something that's totally changed me, giving the courage to do these lives. I'm working on something exciting. Would you be open to taking a look? It may or may not be for you. Would you be open to taking a look? Now's the time to invite them. You don't invite them in the first time. Build them, give attraction. Think like the fish. What would the fish do? Oh, I just watched your life. You just want to pitch me and sell me. They'll never consume your content again. Let them come back a few times. And that, by the way, that builds your following. It creates out, in terms of algorithms, it builds it up. It helps Facebook, Instagram push that stuff out more. Does that make sense? Right? Make sense? Okay. Give you a couple. Is this helpful, by the way? Okay, type in a 1 if this is helpful to you. Now, another thing I want to think a couple concepts for you is how most people think of network marketing, right? They think they have a misconception. They think of most network marketers as not successful. Do you agree? Right? Most network marketers are not successful. So they're either just dabbling on it, or they made no money, or they've been scammed. They're not successful. So now understand the psychology of it is you want to act different. Act opposite of what most network marketers behave. You think about the stereotypical network marketer, right? Stereotypical network marketer who is going out there, what are they? You act the opposite, right? So number 1, they are desperate, right? They're desperate. I just got a message. I posted in our Purpose-Driven Networkers group. This guy doesn't even know me, just messaged me, invite me a business. I look at his post, 0 post. No value whatsoever. I told him no, and believe it or not, he actually sent me again. Oh, but I can help you this and that, this and that. I think I told you no. I actually took the time to reply back. I didn't ghost you. I actually took the time, 10 seconds of my life, 20 seconds, whatever it was to read. Actually, it was more than that, 30 seconds a minute. Reply back saying, I'm not interested. I wish you the best of luck. And you're still bothering me again. Desperate. That immediately tells me this person is not interested. 0 post, not interested, right? Doesn't work. Right? So act the opposite of what most people think. Most people think network marketers are desperate. They're needy, right? Needy. Number 3, they have no posture, right? I'll give you one example by no posture. Someone doesn't show up for your 3-way call. Someone doesn't show up for a Zoom meeting. Cancels on you. Hey, I know you missed it. Hey, let me know when you're free to talk again. I'm available anytime to help you. Or that's it. Whenever you need help, I'll help you out. No posture. Okay, no posture. Even for your downlines. Their downlines say, are you being successful? Oh, whatever you need help, just message me back. Right? You can cancel 5 times on me, but please watch the video and I'll be available to help you out. No posture. You must think, you're desperate and needy. You must not be successful. Remember, think like the fish, not like the network marketer. Here's another thing to do. You can't take a no. Embrace the no. Right? Like this person I sent the second note. If he said, hey, thank you so much for letting me know, I appreciate it. I'm like, oh, this professional, maybe he's good. Don't be like please take a look at that. I could really help you. That's, again, desperate, needy. You can't take the no. Immediately tells the network marketer you fit into the stereotype unsuccessful person. This doesn't work for you. All right? If you say, hey, thank you if someone says, no, this is not for me. Hey, thank you so much. They're like, wow. You know what? Every leader out there will say that. Over 600 leaders I've interviewed on MLM Nation would do that. They'll say, hey, no worries. Because they know it's not the right time. They know desperate, needy is not going to convince anyone. Right? They run away. But what they do is they'll follow up later on because they know it's not a bad prospect. It's just their timing is not right. You go follow up with them later. Okay. And here's another one. Concepts. Instead of being desperate, needy, push people away. Push people. This works wonders. Tell you, once I learned this, increases my chances of doing better meetings. More meetings and high quality prospects. Say you have a 3-way call the night before, the next day, right? At 5 p.m. Call them the night before or text them and say, hey, just confirming I'm meeting at 5 p.m. If I don't hear back by 9 a.m. tomorrow, our meeting is canceled. cancel on them before they can cancel on you. Again, because the psychology, right? Most people, they think network marketers are just desperate need. They just want me to show up. And now they're like, what? You actually will cancel me? They have said, some of your fish, they may have said no to other people. Now, like, wait, someone taken away from me? Someone actually does not want me to see the presentation because they have other people to talk to? Oh, they must be successful. Folks, it's psychology, right? Push them away. All right, so understand these concepts. Your action step is, I really want you to watch this video again. Think of this. How do you apply that to your prospects, okay? To your prospecting. Think of these concepts I talked about, right? About relating to the fish. Think about when maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago, before you got started in network marketing, did you want a business, right? Would you be happy with a job? What would happen if someone bashed jobs? What would your thinking be, right? Put yourself in the prospect shoes. Think like them. Know the psychology, how people see network marketers, and act the opposite. If you do that, I'm guaranteeing you're going to connect with more people and get better results when you're prospecting. All right, everyone, that's my lesson for you today. Again, review this again. Make sure you're doing this, okay? And think in concepts, not in specific situations. If you apply these concepts to your prospecting, you can basically handle any situation. Right? So instead of worrying about, if this person says this, what do I do? If this person does that, what do I do? Think of these concepts. Think of the psychology. If you understand that, you'll be able to recruit a lot better, and you'll be able to handle the situations much better, and you won't feel stuck. Okay? Understand the psychology and how the fish think. Think like a fish and not a fisherman. And you're going to get better results when you're recruiting.